You know, there's something I've been hearing a lot from friends and family over 60. Aches and pains that just seem to come out of nowhere. Maybe you've felt it too, that dull throb in your legs after a walk, or a sharp twinge when you stand up too quickly. At first, it's easy to brush it off. Oh, it's just age, we tell ourselves. But what if that pain is trying to tell you something important? That's why today, we're talking about a kind of discomfort you should never ignore: pain in your legs after 60. It might seem like just another part of getting older, but sometimes it's a warning sign that needs attention. And trust me, paying attention now can save you from bigger problems down the road. Now, I'm not here to scare you. Far from it. My goal is to help you understand what might be going on, when to take action, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Because knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. So, let's start with one of the most common causes of leg pain in folks our age: poor circulation. You see, as we get older, our blood vessels can narrow or stiffen, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly to our legs. This can lead to a condition called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. And here's the thing, PAD doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. You might feel cramping in your calves when you walk, or a heaviness in your legs that goes away when you rest. But why does this matter? Because poor circulation isn't just about discomfort. Left unchecked, it can lead to more serious issues, like slow-healing wounds or even heart problems. The good news? Small changes can make a big difference. Things like taking short, regular walks, staying hydrated, and avoiding long periods of sitting can help keep your blood flowing like it should. Now, another culprit behind leg pain, one that's often overlooked, is arthritis. You might think of arthritis as something that affects your hands or knees, but it can settle into your hips, ankles, or even the joints in your feet. And when it does, it can send pain radiating down your legs. The stiffness might be worse in the morning or after sitting for a while, and moving around can feel like a chore. But here's what's important. Arthritis doesn't have to slow you down completely. Gentle movement, like swimming or Tai Chi, can keep your joints flexible without putting too much strain on them. And if the pain is persistent, a chat with your doctor might lead to solutions that help you stay active and comfortable. Now, let's talk about something that surprises a lot of people: nerve pain. As we age, nerves can get pinched or damaged, leading to a tingling, burning, or even shooting pain in the legs. This could be due to conditions like sciatica or diabetic neuropathy. If you've ever felt like your legs are asleep more often than they should be, or if you're dealing with unexplained numbness, this could be why. The tricky thing about nerve pain is that it doesn't always respond to the usual remedies. But that doesn't mean you're out of options. Simple adjustments, like wearing supportive shoes, managing blood sugar levels if you're diabetic, or doing stretches that relieve pressure on the nerves, can make a world of difference. Now, I know this might feel like a lot to take in, but here's the good news: you're not alone in this. And the fact that you're here, learning and paying attention, is already a huge step. In the next part, we'll dig into a few more reasons your legs might be hurting, including some that are easier to fix than you might think. Because when it comes to your health, every little bit of knowledge helps. So stay with me, and let's keep going. Your best years are still ahead. Now that we've talked about circulation, arthritis, and nerve pain, let's move on to something that might surprise you: muscle loss. You see, as we age, our muscles naturally begin to shrink and weaken if we don't actively keep them strong. It's called sarcopenia, and it's one of those quiet changes that can sneak up on us. You might notice it when climbing stairs feels harder than it used to, or when you feel a deep ache in your thighs after just a short walk. The thing is, weak muscles don't just make daily activities more difficult. They also put extra strain on your joints, which can lead to even more discomfort. But here's the good news: it's never too late to rebuild strength. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run a marathon. Simple resistance exercises, like seated leg lifts or standing calf raises, can make a big difference. Even adding a short walk every day helps keep those muscles engaged. Now, let's talk about something many of us don't think about until it becomes a problem: varicose veins. Those swollen, twisted veins aren't just a cosmetic issue. When blood pools in your legs because the valves in your veins aren't working as well as they used to, it can cause aching, heaviness, and even swelling. You might notice it more at the end of the day, especially if you've been on your feet for a while. But here's what you can do about it. First, try elevating your legs for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Just propping them up on a pillow while you relax can help. Wearing compression socks, the kind that gently squeeze your legs to improve circulation, can also relieve that tired, achy feeling. And if your veins are really bothering you, a visit to a specialist might open up more options. The key is not to just accept it as part of aging, because often there are simple ways to feel better. Now, there's one more cause of leg pain that's often overlooked: medication side effects. If you've started a new prescription recently and noticed new aches in your legs, it's worth checking the fine print. Some blood pressure medications, cholesterol drugs, and even certain pain relievers can cause muscle cramps or weakness as a side effect. I remember my friend Betty, who swore her legs had suddenly given up on her. Turns out, it was a reaction to a new medication. Her doctor adjusted the dose, and within a few weeks, she was back to her morning walks. The lesson here? Don't assume pain is just getting older. Always mention new symptoms to your doctor. It might be something that can be easily fixed. We've covered a lot so far: circulation, arthritis, nerve pain, muscle loss, varicose veins, and even medications. But before we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to mention because it's so common yet so easily dismissed: dehydration. You might not think of thirst as a cause of leg pain, but when we don't drink enough water, our muscles can cramp up painfully. As we age, our sense of thirst sometimes dulls, so we might not realize we're running low on fluids until those cramps hit. A simple rule of thumb: if your urine is darker than pale yellow, you probably need more water. And if you're not a fan of plain water, herbal teas, or even water-rich foods like cucumbers and melons can help keep you hydrated. Now let's pull all this together. The big takeaway: leg pain after 60 isn't something you should just live with. Sometimes it's a sign of something that needs medical attention, like poor circulation or nerve damage. Other times, it's something you can improve with small, daily habits, like staying active, stretching, or wearing the right shoes. The most important thing is to listen to your body. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Make that doctor's appointment, try those gentle exercises, or adjust your routine. Because here's the truth: you deserve to move through life comfortably, enjoying the things you love without constant aches holding you back. So what's next? If you found this helpful, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you dealt with leg pain? What's worked for you? Let's share our experiences and help each other out. And if you know someone who's been brushing off their aches, share this video with them. It might be just the nudge they need to take action. Remember, aging might bring changes, but it doesn't have to mean giving up on feeling good. Here's to staying active, staying curious, and most of all, staying joyful in every step you take. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of those legs.